Hi everyone, Victor here again, and in today's lesson, we're going to be looking at managing the Ansible configuration file. For you to be able to use Ansible, you need to understand the Ansible configuration file. The Ansible configuration file allows you to manage the behavior of Ansible and Ansible settings, that is, your custom settings. In Ansible Series 1 course, we discussed extensively on the Ansible configuration file. I'll be dropping the link to that particular lesson in the description box below in case you are interested in checking it out. The Ansible configuration file consists of several sections with their settings. However, the two basic sections that is needed to run the Ansible operations are the default section and the privilege escalation section. So for example, to create an Ansible configuration to be able to run your Ansible operations, you can create the Ansible configuration file in /home/victor/ansible slash ansible.cfg. And like I said, we need two basic sections, which are the default and the privilege escalation section. So for the default section, we can have parameters such as the inventory, and this will be the path to the inventory file. So here, the path to the inventory file will be /home/victor/ansible/inventory. And we can also have parameters such as the remote underscore user. And this means that the user that would run the Ansible operations on the managed host or on the remote host is Victor. And we also have parameter like ask underscore pass, meaning that whenever the Ansible operation or whenever Ansible rather wants to run the Ansible operation, it shouldn't prompt us for a password. So the ask underscore pass means ask for password, and we're saying that false. So whenever the user Victor is going to be running the Ansible operation, with the SSH, it should not ask for a password. And if Ansible cannot execute the task as the user Victor, let there be an escalation of a privileged user. And that's why we have the privilege escalation section. And under the privilege escalation section, we have parameters such as become equals true, meaning that yes, let there be a privilege escalation, let it be true. And we have become underscore method equals sudo, meaning that the method at which there's going to be a privilege escalation is going to be a sudo method, and the user that will be used to escalate privilege is the root user, and that's why we have become underscore user equals root, and also become underscore ask underscore pass equals false, meaning that it shouldn't prompt us for a password. And since we have specified the location of our inventory file in home Victor Ansible inventory, so now we can create our inventory file in that directory, and we can have it such as amn1.technic.com. So that is the manage host one. So I just used it as Ansible manage node 1, and the other one is Ansible manage node 2.technic.com. So those are the manage nodes. Those are the nodes that Ansible is going to be managing. So having configured the settings and behavior of Ansible, we can also configure the settings and behavior of the automation content navigator, also known as Ansible Navigator. So to configure the behavior of the Ansible Navigator command, we can also create a file in the YAML format in the location home/victor/ansible slash ansible-navigator.yml. And we can have these parameters. And so these are the parameters that would control the behavior of the Ansible Navigator command, and you can see that we have the Ansible Navigator, we have the execution environment, we have the image, and we have pool. So we are saying that for the image, we are saying that this will be the execution environment container image that will be used. And for the pool, we have policy which is missing, meaning that you should pull the container image if it does not exist on the local machine. And we also have parameters such as playbook artifacts, and we are saying false, meaning we are disabling playbook artifacts. And this will disable the generation of playbook artifacts when using the Ansible Navigator command. The log files that archives the playbook's runs information is known as the playbook artifact. And you should also note that generating or generation of playbook artifacts must be disabled when you require a password prompt when running a playbook. It is also a good idea to use the standard out module parameter when using the Ansible Navigator command so that it will not hang or fail to run. So let's go to the directory that we have the Ansible configuration file, which is in cd/home/Victor. Anyways, I'm in Victor home in Ansible. So if I do ls, you can see the Ansible configuration file, and if I do cat ansible.tfg, you can see what we have in the Ansible configuration file. And if I also do ansible-navigator.yml, you can see the parameters we have here too as well. So I intentionally commented this out because I don't want this image to be pulled, because we already have an execution image when we installed the Ansible Navigator, and that's okay with for use in this course for now. So what we can do is to see the current Ansible configuration settings, and for us to be able to do that, we can simply use the command ansible-config dump. So you can see the configuration settings. The ones in the color green means that they are the default settings, and if I scroll down, let's see if you can see our settings. So you can see the one in the color yellow. This is our own settings, the current settings, and you can see that the default ask pass here is false. And if you scroll down, you will see all of our settings. And if you also want to use the Ansible Navigator command, so let me just exit this. So if I want to use the Ansible Navigator command, I can just say Ansible Navigator config. So this would also see the current Ansible configuration settings. So it's waiting to collect the Ansible configuration. So you can also see the current settings, and like I said, the ones in color green are the default settings, while the ones in the color yellow is our own settings. So to see or list the Ansible execution environment images, we can use the command Ansible Navigator images. So you can see the execution environment image that we're using. And if there are no images, Ansible Navigator will try to pull the execution environment image. So you can check the website or our blog site for other documentation related to the Ansible configuration file, and I'll be dropping the link in the description box below. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next lesson. Please don't forget to share, like, subscribe, comment, and when you do this, it will encourage us to do more videos. So in the next lesson, we're going to look at how to prepare our lab environment for this course. Thank you once more, and bye for now.